Well, it's about 7:30 a.m. It's cold. Just came out, woke up. This is the outside of Winter Wonderland. See, lift is working in the morning, and I'm gonna go outside and just some video. It's very cold. I'm gonna go have my breakfast soon. It's still snowing. You know, people are waking up and starting to do things. It's probably AC, yeah. Nice. Me. Snow. Gonna go get some breakfast. I was told hot buffet. I'm gonna find out. Okay, pancakes, ham, potatoes, nothing. He got eggs, and then eggs with herb. Let's see. Banana, fruits, lots of plates. Ooh, orange juice. Oh, waffles. You can make your own waffles, I think, here. Oh, yeah. Pretty much make your own waffles. Look at fruits. Yeah. Strawberries. I don't know what that is. Blackberries, maybe? No, I don't think so. Oatmeal. Muffins. Melon, yogurt, okay, orange juice, cranberry pomade. What's a pomade? Gonna find out. Cannaberge. Huh. I think pomade is apple. Pomade in French is apple. White bread, looks like wheat bread. And then you have some black bread. Banana cake with nuts. These are like different, like butter, a substitute for butter, I don't know. A toaster, bagels, oatmeal, milk. And then we have the hot liquids over here. Probably tea, coffee, and hot chocolate. No. By the way, this was the hot tub. There's two of them. They locked them down. They were open last night. And then here's a swimming pool, but it's I guess it's closed for the winter. And this is the lift. See, it goes over. It goes over the place. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. It's very cold. I didn't really dress up yet for the cold. Well, this is what I ended up crafting myself. I took some eggs, a few orange melons. I made myself 3 waffles, and the first waffle I ended up putting this sweet sugar processed, or like almost like, well, if they continue to allow the strawberries to sit in it, it would probably turn into jam. I poured myself a glass of cranberry juice, cranberga, French, and some coffee. We're listening to that was the Tramblant police. First time I've seen that. We're outside and we're thinking what to do. It's about 9:10 a.m. There's two lift tickets. One full day, $86. The other one is a half day. It's $66. It's from 12 to 3:30. Now 3:30 is perfect for me because that's when I was planning on leaving. But I figure, I don't know. Well, I'm thinking of what to do for the next, I guess, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Well, I thought about going to that casino, but the casino opens at 12. Now they're still serving breakfast buffet till 10. After 10, the hot tub opens because they don't want the people to, naked people to be coming in through the dining hall. So it makes sense. Or just whatever, they feel 10 is a good time. I don't know. They have it set up that way. Who knows? Well, one of the things I didn't really get to do yet, that I would, eventually do, but I wanted to take a look at the map. The map of the mountain. And maybe we can walk about a little bit and get a scenic view, just to try to capture this whole place. If I can just walk out a bit. And I see the lift is working now. It's still snowing. I don't know if you can see that. For the people who have never seen snow, I think this might be a good way for you to understand some of the things that snow does. Alright, got some music playing, hopefully not copyrighted. Not yet. Just so you can see this. Still need to walk out a little bit more. And I still don't see a map. And I get... Oh, there we go. Well, this is just... I have one of these maps. You can see a little bit. You can see one of the slopes up there. Take a look at the American flag. Maybe sing the national anthem or the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't know. Maybe I should. No, I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll be a big troll if I do that. Well, I think I found a decent view. It's just the right side. I don't know what those places are. Could be condos. But that's the center. I'm living in one of those buildings. I don't know which one anymore. I mean, staying for the night. We have a few more slopes up there. Now my question is there something deeper than that? Well, that's probably a slope too. You can't see from here. My hands are shivering. It's so cold. This is a sound that snow makes. Frosted snow, different types of snow. See, my foot gets snow does. This is ice. I think I have good boots. I walk freely on ice. It's like if you play any single-player RPGs, you get different items you can equip on your character. Well, I just say I have the boots of ice walking. Here's another angle. I walked out a little bit further. About 10 no, I'm joking, not 10 kilometers. Oh, it's cold. I'm back in the center of this town, and I'm thinking now, I'm looking at the road. I think this is supposed to be a slope when you can snowboard or ski down it, because there's a lot of racks for snowboarding and skiing, and there's a lot of blocked roads. So maybe at some point this is all snow, and people just, kind of cool to Oh, you okay? Kind of cool to just, I guess, slow down all this. It's kind of like, well, I've played some snowboarding games in the past where you had like levels where you could snowboard through a town. It's just almost exactly like this. I don't know if this is something, if this is somewhere else in the world like this. Maybe. Now we're walking uphill. I'm reminded by that Korean War veteran that we met in New York. Hi.
Good morning.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is this supposed to be like a skiing slope?
Right here, up here, yes.
No, this whole thing.
No. This is a walkway.
Oh, it was always designed to be a walkway.
That's it.
Oh, because I'm thinking if it snows enough, it might be fun.
Yes, but there is something on your right-hand side where the summit is and the lounge. You can go skiing down all the way through.
Oh, okay.
It's on the right-hand side here.
Okay, I'll check that out. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I was wrong about this being a slope, but it could still be a slope. I think they could still easily convert it to a slope if they wanted to. I mean, I guess it could be dangerous though, like with these things. The edges, if somebody falls, they can crack their head on this. Or all the artifacts, all the little miscellaneous things that people can run into and fall down. It seemed to have been a lot easier to walk yesterday. Well, I am wearing more clothing now, so there's a lot more weight. Whoa. Oh, Ski-Doo GTX. I've never ridden one of these. Maybe this one is for me. Oh, it's a rental. It's an activity rental place. Ah, you got like other sports here too. This is really cool. I did things like that in our high school. We had like special class where you get to do cool things like this to teach you teamwork, to teach you the skills, I guess, some kind of skills. It was a lot of fun, like something like this and this. Actually, everything listed here we did, but this is cool. There's a telephone. I've never actually examined one of these telephones yet before. It's so strange. Well, I could pay with a card as well. And they take 5 cents, 10 cents, 25 cents, and $1. Canadian, I assume. They have the 911 system here. I didn't know that. 411, same thing. I guess it's good that the systems are universal. Oh, I can't see it. Well, 911 is for emergency, 411 is for directory assistance. So if you're trying to get a number of a business, you don't know the number, that's what you do, you dial 411. Oh, see, that's my favorite thing, is these bumps. I'll zoom in for a second. Moguls, I love them. I'm sure there's more. That machine blowing out the snow is called a snowblower. It creates snow on... Well, mostly every ski resort has these things placed in case it doesn't snow or it doesn't snow enough. They need to create artificial snow, so people can come and... There we go, the sun's coming out. We have 2 types of music playing. We have some sort of a tribute here. Winning fundraising teams. I see like 22,000, 53,000, 120,000. I don't know what this is. This is like a skiing fundraising or something. Their principal donors is Telias for $350,000. I don't know if Canadian or US again. In 2006-2009, Volkswagen. I'm not sure if that's the German automobile company, but $136,000. And 2007-2009, Astro. I don't know what Astro is. Could be a car brand. I don't know. $153,863. Beneficiary foundations, and then I guess this is where the money went to. The first one seems like a cancer place. The second place seems like something senators. And then the last one seems like children's diabetes. Third one is Foundation Tremblant. I'm not sure what that is, but it could be this place. Here we got the honorary presidents. Perry Rodriguez, Luke Sabatini. I don't want to read this. This is boring. Not boring, but this is all like technical stuff. Oh, we got a snowblower. I mean, what are they called? I don't know what they're called. Okay. Oh, well, I saw the picture of the mountain. I'm gonna go check it out. I also have one question. I need to tweak my snowboard. I need to tighten up the bolts a little bit. I've been walking around looking for a bench, a workbench where I could do that. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna walk into one of these places that sell and I guess do maintenance on the equipment, and I'll find out from there. See. I walked up a little bit closer to it. Now we can take a look at it. It seems like the maximum altitude is 875 meters. So we're here, I think. And then up here, all these different red lines I think are the lifts. And then I'll figure it out once we're up there, but I'll try to ride most of them. I think within 3 hours we can do that. But that's the south side. And there's the north side. Now this is the other side. This is the north side. This is why, like, I think human people are pretty amazing human beings. They saw a mountain, they're like, oh, we want to ski and snowboard down the mountain. You know, it's kind of fun, let's do it. And then they did it. And they just took a mountain, they converted it to a resort, and, you know, voila. Cool. I think this is some sort of training. These are, I think, maybe ski instructors. I've thought about I had an opportunity once to volunteer at a mountain, to go once in a while and be like a field medic, just in case somebody has an emergency. I would be on the lookout, because they have people who ride around who are specifically riding around, yeah, having fun, but they're also keeping their eye out. So if somebody gets hurt, they would immediately go there and then find out what the problem is, and then call for help. So yeah, this is like instructions for children how to learn to ski and to snowboard. Because you know, you have to teach children everything for the most part. So it's pretty cool. They have that everywhere. So I found it. This is the workbench. It seems like every resort or every skiing place has this. It's just essential for skis and for snowboards, for people to tighten their bolts and screws using using some Phillips screwdrivers. and the guy told me where it was, and he also said I could come into the store and use theirs. But I think I learned 2 words so far. I know one of my quests was one of my goals is to learn some French words. So merci means thank you, and aurora I keep seeing because of the stop signs means stop. So I'm gonna try to practice those words more often. But I can't really, like someone's talking to me and go aurora. You can't say that. Like stop. So I noticed that some of the stores, they have above them they have, you know, what appears to be apartments. And I was just curious if they were like a hotel property or private people own them and live in there if they need to. And yeah, private people own these little apartments, condos, and then most of them rent them out, according to the gentleman who's working here. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. So it's most likely probably the business owner, or some of them might own the whole building. Let's say they own a store in the bottom, and then let's say like there's 3 floors, technically 3 different condos, and then they rent all the 3 condos, and then when they want to work, you know, they have a store and maybe have some employees. That's pretty cool. And then whenever they want to, they can always come up here too. Okay, so I'm reading the newspaper here. I found out that this is apparently, I think this is the Prime Minister of Canada. And then I was looking at this guy. I was going to say maybe this guy. But the one on the left is the Assembly of the First Nations Chief Shaunat Leo, and the Prime Minister Stephen Harper opened a summit in Ottawa. And I'm reading something very interesting here too. So, I've been following the Republican primaries just out of just curiosity in the United States. One of the things that happened was they asked if the candidates would be willing to share how much money they earned last year, for instance. So Mitt Romney is one of the. It's a mixed feeling, because all the wealthy people would like Mitt Romney because he does not want wealthy people to pay taxes, or a lot of taxes. So that's the reason that a lot of wealthy people support him. Well, in 2010 and 2011, he made $42.5 million, and he paid less than 15% on his income. Now, the Obamas, President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle Obama, and I guess no children don't pay taxes, so I guess it's him and his wife. They paid 26% on 2010 income of $1.7 million. There's a huge difference between paying 26% and 15%. But the way that I see it is, the more you know, the better you're off, because there's a lot of tax loopholes, there's a lot of things that people can do to not pay taxes or pay very little taxes. For instance, if you lease a car, for instance, and you use the car for business purposes, that's a tax write-off. But if you finance a car, or if you purchased a car, it's a little different. So there's you know, that sometimes is a factor in people when they decide on how to go about getting themselves a car. Just other little things like that, like gas. For instance, makeup for women. I didn't know this, but if in some cases, the amount of money you spend a year on makeup as a woman in the United States could be written off as a business expense. There's millions of these little things, but it just goes to say the point of knowledge is power. The more you know, the more you're able to, the better you're off. You're able to make better decisions. You're more well-rounded. Just better that way. There was just a case where Warren Buffett is a billionaire in the United States, and he paid less in percentage-wise than his secretary did, and that's where more or less a lot of this is coming from, because he was one of the few people who stepped up and said, hey, I'm a billionaire, why am I paying more? Why am I paying less than my secretary? it's tricky though. Less he's paying more, but it's based off a percentage. So I know in Canada they have a higher tax rate, and most people from the few people I've talked to, no one seems to care. Just whatever, everybody gets what they want. So I don't know. Another interesting thing is Apple soars as rim sours. Apple make the iPads, iPhones, and RIM, Research in Motion, is the company that makes Blackberries. Now, an interesting thing about Apple is Apple's net worth as a corporation is worth more than the country of Greece. So Apple as a company, with all its employees, with all its contacts and all its everything, is worth more than the country of Greece. It's interesting. You have to imagine how many people are living in Greece. All the real estate, all the businesses, all the land. Here's another photo of this man. This guy should be the prime minister. Look at what he's wearing. It's really cool. Like, he just stands out like he's the boss. His hat and his cloak, I guess. That's really cool. Yeah, that's the prime minister. You can see he's a little nervous. He's like, oh God, what am I doing here? Why am I with him? Here's my snowboard. I'm getting ready to go. It's about 11:20 a.m. One thing I noticed about my snowboard boots is I can take out, there's a boot within a boot. So I took it out. I'll give you a little closer up when we're outside ready to go. And I'm going to be carrying a backpack with me, which will have a towel, which I will keep my camera inside this backpack, inside this towel, so if I were to fall, I don't want to break anything. Hello? There's a costumed fella, the lady, very nice. I'm just tugging all my things little by little. I'm going to make my way towards the workbench, and then I'm going to suit up. Let's examine it up a little closer. So I placed it on the workbench. This is a very old snowboard I've had for over 14 years. Some things are beginning to fall apart, but that's okay. The way that the snowboard is made, it's layered. You have some fiberglass, you have some metal on the bottom, and then you have some wood. But the reason we need to tighten is because the bindings of the snowboard are built inside. I mean, they're pretty much screwed into the snowboard. So, because they're screws, we need to just from time to time tighten them, because they untighten as that one's good. Which one was the wiggling? This one. Maybe. I don't think I'm using. You know what? This makes it very hard. That's it, that's all I wanted to do. The screwdriver I was using in the beginning was too small. This one's a little bit more heavy. You can just tell by the difference. This one's bigger. I want to. I'll show it to you. I see there's a huge difference between the screwdrivers. This is how it's supposed to look like in the end, but I messed up. I've never actually tried to put this inside that, so I had to take it off and manually put it inside, then step into it. so it was a bit of a nuisance. That everything's nice and snug. It's not like, I mean, I don't, last time I snowboarded was probably like a year ago, maybe like 13, 14 months ago, so I was a little worried maybe something broke or something, but everything's fine. Alright, so I'm finally getting up here. I'm gonna be taking this red one in the center all the way up, all the way to the peak. He said, the gentleman working here told me it takes about 4 minutes. Now I've been asked to wait here because I bought the half-day pass and it starts at 12 and I have to wait 5 more minutes until it hits 12. They have an electronic device that scans it all, and I guess they follow the rules to the dot. Quite embarrassing, but it's okay. It's okay. But once I'm traveling up there, I'll try to film this whole thing as I'm traveling up the lift. Try to get a nice scenic picture of what's happening here.